Nigeria is a nation of over 200 million people and more than 250 ethnic groups, each with its own unspoken rules. Imagine a giant family reunion where every household has different rules, and you're expected to know them all. These aren't just etiquette, they're powerful codes that shape daily life, from how you greet elders to how you handle money at a party. Break one, and you risk public shaming, spiritual backlash, or worse. These invisible rules are woven into the fabric of society, rooted in history, spirituality, and respect for community. But what happens when these ancient codes collide with a tech-savvy, questioning generation? That's the story of modern Nigeria. Today, we're diving into 13 taboos that shape Nigerian life in 2025, and how they're being challenged and redefined. In Nigeria, never hand anything to someone with your left hand: money, gifts, food, anything. The left hand is seen as unclean, reserved for personal hygiene, so using it is a major sign of disrespect. This rule is everywhere: markets, boardrooms, family gatherings. Even left-handed people are expected to adapt. It's a gesture loaded with cultural weight, signaling good upbringing and respect. But younger Nigerians are pushing back, asking, why does it matter? Left-handed advocacy is growing, challenging the stigma. The result? A generational clash. Elders see tradition, youth see discrimination. In Lagos, you might see a young person pay with their left hand, while an elder cringes behind them. The left-hand taboo is a perfect example of Nigeria's tug-of-war between tradition and modern identity. It's not just about hands, it's about who gets to define respect in a changing world. The debate rages on, with both sides holding firm. Will the left hand finally get its day? Only time will tell. For now, if in doubt, use your right. Sweeping your house at night in Nigeria? That's a big taboo. The belief night sweeping sweeps away your luck, wealth, and blessings, maybe even invites evil spirits. For many, it's a spiritual risk, not just superstition. Recently, a viral TikTok of someone sweeping at 10 p.m. sparked a generational debate: practicality versus tradition. Young people say, I work all day, when else can I clean? Elders warn of spiritual consequences. The dust isn't just dirt, it's a symbol of fortune and spiritual order. For millions, it's better to wake up to a dusty floor than risk bad luck. The question remains: harmless chore or spiritual gamble? In Nigeria, the answer depends on who you ask and how much luck you're willing to risk. In Nigeria, a C-section isn't just a medical procedure. It's often seen as a sign of weakness. The cultural ideal is natural birth. Anything else is viewed as a failure, leading some women to risk their lives to avoid surgery. The Hebrew woman myth glorifies quick, unassisted births, fueling dangerous stigma. But change is coming. Doctors and influencers are sharing real stories, reframing C-sections as life-saving, not shameful. Mothers post their scars online, calling them battle wounds, and building supportive communities. The conversation is shifting from judgment to safety, but the battle isn't over. Tradition runs deep, but so does the will to survive, and to redefine what strength means. In Nigeria, every birth is a story of courage, no matter how it happens. Some Nigerian communities see certain snakes, especially pythons, as sacred, even ancestral. Killing one can bring a curse, requiring elaborate burial rituals to appease the spirits. While this belief is fading in cities, it's still strong in rural areas. Even more dramatic, the historical taboo against twins. In some pre-colonial societies, twins were seen as omens and often abandoned. Missionaries like Mary Slessor helped end this practice, and today twins are celebrated, especially among the Yoruba, who have the world's highest twin birth rate. The shift from curse to blessing is one of Nigeria's most powerful cultural transformations. These taboos remind us how beliefs can change and how progress is possible, even from the darkest traditions. The memory lingers, but so does the celebration. In Nigeria, the past is never far from the present. In Cross River and Akwa Ibom, the fattening room tradition prepares brides by secluding them, feeding them rich foods, and teaching them womanhood. Plumpness is seen as beauty, health, and status, a sign of prosperity and readiness for marriage. Critics argue it promotes unhealthy standards and limits women's roles, but the tradition is evolving. Some communities now use it for cultural tourism or as a celebration of heritage, not just marriage prep. The fattening room is a flashpoint for debates about health, gender, and tradition. Instead of vanishing, it's being reimagined for a new era. It's a story of adaptation, holding on to identity while facing modern realities. In Nigeria, even the most ancient customs can find new life. The question is, what do we keep and what do we change? Whistling at night in Nigeria? That's a no-go. The belief it attracts evil spirits, snakes, or even thieves. an ancient warning passed down with urgency. The origins are practical nighttime danger signals but have become deeply spiritual. Even in modern cities, parents still shush kids who whistle after dark. It's a taboo that blends survival instinct with supernatural fear. Most adults may not fully believe it, but few are willing to test it. The silence of night is sacred. Better safe than sorry. In Nigeria, some sounds are best left unsung. In Nigeria, respect for elders is non-negotiable. You never call an elder by their first name, never argue publicly, and always use honorifics like auntie or sir. Greetings can involve kneeling, prostrating, or special handshakes, especially among the Yoruba. Failing to show respect brings shame on you and your family. But social media is changing the game. Young Nigerians now challenge authority online, debating elders and public figures. Elders see this as a breakdown of morality. Youth see it as accountability. The digital world is forcing a renegotiation of what respect looks like. In person, the old rules still hold strong. Online, a new culture is emerging, one where respect and critique can coexist. The tension is real, but so is the evolution. In Nigeria, respect is both tradition and battleground. In some Nigerian communities, never whistle inside a hunter's house. The hunter's home is sacred, tied to the spirits of the forest and the success of the hunt. Whistling is believed to anger these spirits, disrupt rituals, and bring bad luck, or even danger. The consequences are real: no game, accidents, or worse. This taboo protects both the hunter's livelihood and spiritual balance. It's a reminder of the deep connection between people, nature, and the unseen world. Even at home, respect for the spiritual contract is paramount. In Nigeria, a simple whistle can mean the difference between feast and famine. Blowing on hot food? In many Nigerian homes, that's a big no, especially for kids. The belief, your breath can contaminate the food, invite spirits, or blow away its essence. It's also about hygiene. Blowing spreads germs, especially when sharing dishes. Children are taught patience and self-control. Wait for the food to cool. Rushing is seen as greedy and ill-mannered. In today's fast-paced cities, many ignore this rule, but elders still enforce it at home. It's a small act with big lessons about respect, patience, and community. In Nigeria, even eating is a spiritual and social ritual. Sometimes the hottest food is worth the wait. In Nigeria, your feet are for walking, nothing more. Using your foot to touch, point at, or move something, especially a person or sacred object, is a major insult. The foot is seen as the lowest, most unclean part of the body. Accidentally touch someone with your foot? Apologize immediately, often by touching them with your hand to cancel out the insult. Among the Igbo, showing the sole of your foot is extreme contempt. Even tourists can cause offense by stretching out on a bus. It's a powerful lesson in cultural body language. In Nigeria, keep your feet and your respect where they belong. At Nigerian parties, spraying money on celebrants is a beloved tradition, a public blessing and show of support. The more you spray, the more respect you command. It's a communal act of generosity. But the government calls it illegal, citing abuse of the national currency. Recent crackdowns have seen partygoers and celebrities arrested, sparking national debate. Now, people find creative workarounds, envelopes, money apps, but it's not the same. The act of spraying is part of the magic, a visible celebration of community. The clash between law and culture is fierce: protect tradition or uphold regulation. For many, the party isn't complete without the rain of cash. The debate continues with no easy answers. In Nigeria, even joy can be controversial. The question: can tradition and law ever dance together? For now, the music plays on. In Nigeria's diverse schools, the right of Muslim girls to wear the hijab is a flashpoint. Some schools ban it, citing uniformity and secularism. Others see this as religious discrimination. For Muslim families, the hijab is a non-negotiable part of faith and identity. Legal battles have reached the Supreme Court, which ruled in favor of the hijab, but resistance lingers. The debate is about more than a headscarf. It's about what kind of nation Nigeria wants to be: secular or multi-religious, inclusive or exclusive. The answer is still unfolding, one classroom at a time. In Nigeria, even school uniforms are a battleground for identity. In Nigeria, refusing food or drink in someone's home is risky. Accepting is a sign of friendship and trust. Refusing can be seen as an insult or even suspicion of poison. The fear of juju, black magic, lingers, making hospitality a delicate dance. Most people accept at least a sip or a bite, even if not hungry, to honor the host. Refusing can create distance, suspicion, or even end a relationship. Sharing a meal is more than eating. It's a pact of fellowship. In Nigeria, hospitality is sacred, and food is the language of trust. When in doubt, take a bite. Sometimes the smallest gesture means the most. From left hands to party money, Nigerian taboos are more than old rules. They're about power, identity, and survival. These codes connect past and present, shaping respect, community, and spirituality. But they're not static. New generations are challenging, adapting, and redefining them. The debates over C-sections, hijabs, money spraying show a nation in vibrant conversation with itself. Understanding these taboos is key to understanding Nigeria's heart. They reveal resilience, complexity, and a culture always in motion. Which taboo surprised you most? Let us know in the comments, and subscribe for more stories from around the world.